Call of Dragons. Why is it called Call of Dragons when you only find the dragon once inside of the game? Well, today, the dragon was taken down by BDO with help from members of my alliance, BDM, and I was able to hop in. I was not able to participate in this event, unfortunately. I wasn't able to make it in time, but I was able to hop in with only 1 minute having gone by. So I want to share with you guys how this battle went. What are some tips that you can do along the way so that you can see success with this and kind of guide you through the dragon inside of Call of Dragons. If you like Call of Dragons, you want to see daily videos taking you through my experience inside of the game and giving you tips along the way, make sure you subscribe to the channel for daily videos. And I want to thank Call of Dragons for sponsoring today's video. As you can see, we are already in the battle with the dragon. You'll notice that this attack, this wave attack right here, this fire attack, you need to stay out of this attack. Drops massive damage, whether you're infantry that's doing the tanking or whether you are mages that are along the outside. You're going to want to stay as far away as possible. And if you happen to be playing archers, which have a shorter range than mages, you're going to want to make sure that you definitely back up and don't be struck by that. Here we have the fireballs dropping down. The dragon has taken to the air and now it's fireball time. Notice, try to avoid these fireballs as well. They're slow moving. They're not going to be the most difficult things for you to avoid if you're paying attention and prepared to move right away. Now, dragon's back out with his flames. You'll notice the trail of flame again. You're going to want to avoid this. The mana stones have also dropped. Pick up these mana stones because they are going to be giving you nice amounts of healing. Look at all that heal that was absorbed by the entire group, continuously being absorbed. Unfortunately, a lot of the group has to flee from the area because the dragon was wise enough to drop a fireball right on top of that mana stone. But the health is still pulsating and you're able to then really nicely get your health back up. And we have another mana stone there as well. We find in many of these battles, whether it be with the dragon or another behemoth inside of Call of Dragons, mana stones are a huge key in your success, in keeping yourself alive. For obvious reasons, they heal up damage that you take along the way. Also notice that upon the start of watching this, there were only 76 of 80 players inside of this arena, which means I wish I would have gotten myself in there because there was space, and I wish that I was here on time because then I would have gotten the first minute of the raid. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. I was lucky enough to be able to get in when I did. Now it's time to drop damage. Look at everyone utilizing their artifacts right now. Even a healing artifact is being used, which it's probably better to bring damage, even if it's like a mighty bomb or something. But you know what? A little bit of healing never hurts the party, right? So it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It's actually, the tier is one that I really like using as well when going after darklings and things like that. Now, the purple poison, get out of that. You don't want to be part of it. Anything that's going to be dropped, you don't want to be part of. You want to try to avoid. Notice a bunch of our members here, they do have that grim over them. And if you could avoid that, you should try to avoid that at all costs. When you look at this, though, and compare it to maybe some of the previous behemoths that we've encountered, this one has a little bit more of a simple mechanic. Not saying it's an easier behemoth, but saying that the mechanic here to take it down is a bit easier than we've seen in others, which is really nice to see. Now, unfortunately for me, because I wasn't in this raid, the raid was done in BDO, Blood Oath. That's part of the Blood family. If you want to be part of our Blood family in server 32 inside of Call of Dragons, there is always a link in the description of my video, so you can just come on through the Discord and get that information. We'd be welcoming you over there. Now, the mechanics, though, as you can see, pretty simple. You have the wave of flame, or the fan of flame, I like to call it, because it looks like a fan. Then you have the bursts of flame. The dragon will fly up into the sky and drop down the fireballs. He has his smash attack as well. This is, in my opinion, my favorite raid of all. But with that being said, it doesn't seem the most confusing. You don't have to stand over cracks on the ground. You don't have to worry about getting yourself attached to something that's going to then explode and run away from your clanmates or your alliance mates. Although, look at this right here. As I'm speaking of that, almost everyone is infected with that. Get out of the flame. Damage is coming, but look at this. As the damage is being dropped and I'm concerned, our members are backing up, dropping more damage, and now is the time that the dragon is still and you drop as much as you can. You go ham on that dragon. There are times inside of these raids where you're going to really be focused on making sure that you don't get hit more than you're doing the hitting. And then there are times when you go all in, drop as much damage as you can, because of course a timer is a thing. You want to get things done before the timer, and or else you're going to have more acolytes that are dropped by the dragon that are going to then you're going to have to take them down as well before the dragon goes down. Another one of those wave attacks, as I was mentioning, infantry do a nice job here. You're going to definitely want to have your infantry troops there to tank. Make sure that you put the taunt mask on as well, because if you need to tank this dragon, you want to be able to taunt it to the players that should be tanking, not your mages. You want that to be on top of your infantry. So 3, 4, 5 infantry marches, keep them safe so that they are all nice and ready to go when a new one needs to take the place of that tanking role. Lots of damage being dropped again by the dragon. This raid has been going on for 6 minutes and 45 seconds. This is a team effort, all of which is going on inside of the Discord server, where commands are being yelled out by our leaders, and they're kind of taking us through this battle. This is not something that you just go in blind and deaf. You need to make sure that you hear what's going on with your clan or your alliance. Notice more mana stones are dropped on the ground. We're in 7 minutes into the battle right now, getting massive healing for all of our members. And now it's time to attack that dragon again. He's sitting on the ground. Notice they did get the mana stones though first. Take the healing and then drop the damage. With that being said, we're ignoring heals up top. Only about 1,000 damage left on this dragon right here, and the rewards are about to be coming in. Unfortunately, they all came to BDO because members from BDM went to BDO, and I was not able to get there. So I did not get the dragon rewards. I did not get the great frame for being one of the first, but it's all right because the Alliance family did, and that's what matters. But look at this damage right now being dropped by the dragon. We're trying desperately to get a little bit more damage onto him. 68 of 80 left, and boom, there it goes. The banner up top. Congratulations to the BDO, Blood Oath Alliance, for taking down the dragon. Now, something that's important here that I want to talk about, guys, is why did BDO do this and BDM didn't do it in their alliance? Well, BDM hasn't yet. Maybe we did. Either way, when a family member needs help, when you could bring so many people in, and if you can't get that many, you open up your slots to other members of the family so that, one, they can help out to take down the objective, whether it be a behemoth or something else inside of the game, or two, to help share the rewards. Even if you can do it yourself, if you have 10 open slots, why not share the wealth with other family members? We have many, what do you want to call it? Wings, sections, groups, alliances in the Blood family. It's a great place to be. And Server 32 is no joke. Biggest whale server I've ever seen in a kingdom builder, and we're in the midst of it. So my 10 million power, it doesn't even seem like much over here. But we're working on it, we're building, and we have a lot more upgrades to come. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on my next moves inside of the game, my next tutorials, and everything that happens inside of Call of Dragons.